Okay, this tutorial is going to just briefly show you how to apply filters to pictures once you've taken them. This is for the filter picture taking assignment where you're going out and you're taking about 15 to 20 pictures around the school. And then you're going to choose your favorite pictures and apply some filters to them. So what you do is once you have a picture opened up, you can see that this is a picture of the lower parking lot looking out towards the field. Um, and someone has been creative in just getting a picture of a bouncing basketball. So we're going to apply filters to this picture by going up to the filter menu here and drop it down. And I'm just going to go to filter gallery here for this. So once the filter gallery is up, then I will choose a particular actually, one of the things you want to make sure is you see the whole picture here. If you don't see the whole picture, then you can go down here to this little menu and you can tell it to fit on the screen and it'll fit it to the screen. But you have a whole bunch of filters to choose from. Different categories: artistic, brush stroke, distort, sketch, stylize, and you can just play around with these ones. Just as an example here, I'm going to go into brush strokes and I'm going to choose ink outlines for this picture. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to take a regular picture and see when you apply filters to it, you're looking to turn it into a work of art. So here's an example. Now that ink outlines have been applied, it increases the contrast ratio in the picture and everything, and it kind of makes it look more artistic. So I'm going to say that I'm okay with this, and now I'll take it, and what I want to do is, because I've applied a filter to this for this particular assignment, what I want to do is I'm going to write what filter I put on this picture. So I'm going to choose my text tool. Pay attention to the color of text that you want. Yellow is kind of good. I'm going to write the type of filter that I applied here. And I'm just going to click here and just double check this here and make sure. Pay attention to the font size. Sometimes your picture, especially that you take with your camera, you might want to actually type in the font size that you want to use here. Say I want to use maybe 150 point. Okay, and then I'm just going to click here once and I'll type it in here. Ink outline. Alright, it kind of went off the screen a little bit, but that's okay. I'll just use this arrow up here. Say, yeah, that's the one I'm going to choose. And then I'll just move it in here. And there's the filter that I've put on this picture. Now, one thing I'm going to do before I save this picture is I'm going to, if I'm happy with this, I'm just going to right click here over where it says ink outline, my text layer, and I'm going to merge this down, okay, just to make it one layer. That way, once it's merged down, I will save this, okay, and I'm just going to check this box. By merging it down, it keeps it as a JPEG, right? If it says PSD here, you want to make sure that you get it out of this PSD format and into a JPEG format. Right? It's just a smaller file size, and make sure you tell it to save as a copy, and then you hit save. And this window will come up, and you don't need to go too large. 10 or 8 is good. Right? And it just shows you the file size. It's 2.5 megabytes. So I'm going to hit OK with that, and then it'll save it for me. Then what you're going to do is you make sure when you see this, you have in your folder where your pictures are, you have the original and you have the one with the copy. And it's important that when you hand in the pictures that you want to hand in to me for this assignment, you hand in both the original and the copy so that I get to compare how it looked before the filter and how it looks after. All right? And that's your job.